Damn this boss! I can't kill him. Stop! What, Bill? Yeah? I'm in my dressing room playing Metroid. I'm actually waiting for my Switch OLED, to be honest. It's supposed to be delivered any moment now. So once the Switch OLED's arrived, I'll come to the studio, yeah? Brilliant, fantastic. Oh God, this game's so good. I can't stop playing Metroid. I'm lost though. Yeah, Bill, I'm ready. Bill, I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on. Are we rolling? Are the cameras rolling? Yeah, are we ready? Okay, hello! You're watching NNN. I need to save it. Sorry, Bill, I just need to save it. Oh, Bill, I'm in a new area. Bill, I'm in a new area. Right, sorry, everybody. Sorry. Let's go. Hello! You're watching NNN. Or New Nintendo News. This is a gaming show where we keep you up to date with the latest Nintendo gaming related news, and sometimes we also cover PlayStation and Xbox One Series X. Yes! Xbox Series X. It's not even Xbox One Series X. Why have you been saying that all this time? On today's show, Metroid has launched finally! We'll be looking at the latest sales for Metroid Dread. Oh yes, where did it get up to in the charts? I'm very intrigued to find out. We'll also be talking about the latest Animal Crossing Direct. Nintendo have dropped a massive amount of content on us. I think I'm going to get sucked back into Animal Crossing. I'll tell you what they announced in a bit. We'll also be taking a look at the pricing for the Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Yes, Nintendo have revealed the price of the expansion pack for Nintendo Switch Online. How much is it? I'm going to tell you. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. And we'll also be taking a look at Kingdom Hearts, Grand Theft Auto, and FIFA. We're going to be looking at FIFA. I don't like football games. Wait, before the show starts, if you do like this video, make sure to give me a like, and if you really like the video, subscribe. Yeah, just subscribe. It really helps the channel out. Back with the news, guys. Kicking off our first story, Metroid Dread has launched on the Nintendo Switch, and let me tell you, it is one of the greatest Metroid games of all time. Let me tell you. I'll tell you that for free. It's up there with Metroid Prime, Super Metroid, and Metroid Fusion. Yeah. The game's fantastic. The game's bloody fantastic. It's so fantastic that I can't even stop playing it. Now, I do apologise, Bill. I'm in a new area, and I just need to... I just need to play the game. Just really need to play the game. So it looks like the game has got off to a fantastic start. Yes, I'm reading an article on Game Industry Biz. It says Metroid Dread is the highest grossing Metroid game launch in UK history. Wow, it's nice to see that people are coming out in force to buy this game, to support the game. Let's look at the UK charts, see where it placed. Did it get to number 1? We're going to find out right now. It didn't even get to number 1. The game didn't even get to number 1. Oh my God. The game didn't even get to number 1. Anyway, so taking a quick look at the charts, coming in pole position was FIFA 22. Behind that was Far Cry 6, which is developed and published by Ubisoft. And then in third place comes Metroid Dread. Now, I mean, to be fair, I'm a bit disappointed. Why did no one go out and support this game? Why aren't you buying this game? Why did more people not buy this game? Serves on the level. I mean, I'm looking at my friends list and nobody's even got it. I'm looking at my friends. No one's even got it. Sorry, Bill. To be honest, I don't really know why no one buys the Metroid games. Metroidvanias are all the rage now, do you know what I mean? There's countless amounts of games, I can't even be asked naming them all, but everybody loves the Metroidvania, so why is no one buying Metroid? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, to be fair, I need it to sell 7 million by the end of the year. I need to see 7 million copies of Metroid shifted by the end of the year. We want Nintendo to invest in this franchise. For Nintendo to do that, we have to buy the game. It's the highest grossing Metroid ever, but third place. It's actually really disappointing. I mean, Mario Kart's right behind it! Who is still playing Mario Kart? Why is Mario Kart in 4th place? So anyway, reading an article on Game Industry Biz in regards to the Metroid sales, it says Metroid Dread on the Nintendo Switch is the highest grossing Metroid game launch in the UK to date, eclipsing the original Metroid Prime on GameCube. In terms of unit sales, Metroid Dread was less than 1,000 units away from overtaking Metroid Prime. Of course, digital data is missing, and it's safe to say that Metroid Dread sold more than 1,000 downloads in the UK. Now I had to download it because my Switch OLED didn't even arrive. I ordered the Switch OLED, pre-ordered it, and Susan, can you actually chase that up, please? Susan, chase that up now. Find out why my Switch OLED is. Because I pre-ordered it last week and it's still not here. It's nearly a week later. I don't know what Nintendo are playing at, but I want my things. Go and chase that up now. I'm sick of playing Metroid on the bloody original Switch, man. So yeah, Metroid sold well. Moving on to the next part of the Metroid story, the Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. Where is that? We've been waiting for it for ages. Yes, the Metroid Trilogy that we've all been waiting for, the Metroid HD Trilogy that was rumoured to come out before Metroid Prime 4 was going to be launched on the Switch, but then Metroid Prime 4 got delayed. And now everyone's like, where's the Metroid Prime Trilogy? Now supposedly the Metroid Prime Trilogy doesn't even exist. Yeah. So reading an article on Reset Era, there's a lot of information into the actual development history of this rumoured Metroid Prime Trilogy HD collection that no one's ever seen or heard of. Supposedly, it's being backed up by a lot of industry insiders, this new latest rumour. So basically, here's what's going on. The Metroid Prime Trilogy was supposed to be re-released on the Nintendo Switch at some point before Metroid Prime 4 came out. Metroid Prime 4 is not going to come out until 2023, let me tell you that. It's not coming out next year. It might come out next year, actually. Anyway, the point is, but now we're hearing that the Trilogy HD collection isn't even a real thing. Supposedly, Retro Studios have been working on a one-to-one remake of the original Metroid Prime game, which launched on the GameCube. Now, when's that coming? When's it coming? I don't know. It says Nintendo got Retro Studios to work on a full asset remake of the original Metroid Prime Trilogy. They didn't want them making any changes to the design. They just wanted a one-to-one remake of the original games with new art built to modern standards, even reusing the original collision meshes and just replacing the art. They didn't want to mess with what was essentially a perfect game. Metroid Prime is sublime. Nintendo were going to get Retro to remake the full trilogy, new art assets and all that, but it looks like they saw that Namco was struggling with Metroid Prime 4, said to Namco, do you know what, you're not doing a good job, we like what Retro Studios are doing over here, give me that project, and we're going to give it to Retro. Told Retro to stop making the HD trilogy, just finish Prime 1. So it looks like, supposedly, what people are saying, the rumour has it, is that a small team continued to work on Metroid Prime 1 remake, while the rest of Retro Studios then decided to start working on Metroid Prime 4. And that's where all the bloody rumours have come from. So yeah. It looks like it's a good time for Metroid fans, but just make sure that you buy more of the Metroid games when they come out. Moving on to our next story, Kingdom Hearts, yes! Masahiro Sakurai announced Sora, the final Smash Bros. Character. It was about a couple of weeks ago, in the last final Smash Direct that we will ever get. During that Smash Direct, Masahiro Sakurai also dropped a bombshell that the Kingdom Hearts games will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. Yay! Cloud versions only though. Don't release it on Cloud. Cloud gaming on the Nintendo Switch is one of the worst experiences I've ever had in gaming. My internet isn't up to scratch. My internet can't handle it. I don't know if there's anybody in England who can play cloud gaming successfully. Is there? Is there anyone that can play cloud gaming on the Switch successfully in England? I don't know. I sure as hell can't. So, when it was announced cloud only, I was very, very, very disappointed. I'm so disappointed. However, reading an article on Video Games Chronicle, it says Kingdom Hearts Switch native ports are undecided, says producer. Just release it. It's money to be made. And And I think the Kingdom Hearts franchise is such a good fit for Nintendo consoles. And we have had Kingdom Hearts games on Nintendo consoles before, so can you not just do this, please? Can you not just bring them out? Please bring them out. So, read an article on Nintendo Life. They've asked, we've had Final Fantasy X, we've had Final Fantasy X-2, we've had other Square Enix games running on a Nintendo Switch. Why can't you do the same for Kingdom Hearts? And what they said is, for some time, our director, Tetsuya Nomura, had expressed his desire to deliver the Kingdom Hearts series to Nintendo Switch players. Him having seen and heard the demand, and so a great deal of consideration went into this internally. Bringing these titles to Nintendo Switch proved to be quite difficult for various reasons, including the storage capacity of the hardware. But we're excited that we were able to make it happen for the first time ever by utilising the cloud service. What do you mean utilising the cloud service? You don't need cloud to run bloody Kingdom Hearts 1. It's a PlayStation 2 game. Are you trying to tell me that the Switch can't handle a PlayStation 2 port? You're having a laugh? Yeah, you re-released them again in, you know, slightly higher definition on later consoles, but we just want the game. Oh my god. Pull it on there. Kingdom Hearts 3 makes a ton of sense. I understand why Kingdom Hearts 3 would be a cloud service game, because the Switch can't handle it. But get the other games out now on the Switch. I don't want no cloud version. It's ridiculous, it's a joke. Has he got anything else to say? And at this moment in time, the production of native version is undecided. We believe that the cloud version is currently the best way to deliver Kingdom Hearts service to Nintendo Switch players. It's not the best way because I can't play it. I can't. So it's not the best way. Just give me a box standard port, please. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 on the PlayStation Store is what? 42.24 gigabytes. Whereas the Nintendo Switch cartridge can only hold 32 gigabytes. Just give us the games separately. Just give us the games individually and charge us, what, $24.99 for each one. I don't need a trilogy collection. I just want to play Kingdom Hearts on a Switch, to be honest. That's all. That's all. I just feel like the Kingdom Hearts series is such a great fit for Nintendo consoles, and I've got a bit of nostalgia for it because I did play the original one way back in the day when I was in school, and it was just fantastic to see all these Disney characters together in a gaming world. Just sort it out, Square. Sort it out. Moving on to our next story, Grand Theft Auto's finally launching on the Nintendo Switch. Oh my days! I've only been asking for it forever. So it looks like Rockstar have announced that Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, will be coming to, well, all consoles really, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo consoles. It's coming out and everything. So it looks like we're getting a remaster of the arguably three of the greatest Grand Theft Auto games in the entire series. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City.
Vice City is 24 karat gold these days. We send someone down and cut ourselves a nice slice.
And San Andreas.
Welcome to San Andreas, I'm CJ from Grove Street. Landed the heinous gangbangers in cold heat. And Los Santos neighbors get no sleep. Beefing with anybody, competing, even police.
Are they the best Grand Theft Auto games of all time? I mean, we all know Grand Theft Auto 5, the highest selling Grand Theft Auto game of all time. I mean, I've just got to concede defeat. Nintendo Switch isn't going to get Grand Theft Auto 5. They would have had it by now, to be honest. But, I mean, I'll take the trilogy. I'll take the trilogy. For me, Grand Theft Auto Vice City is the best one for me. I'm going to see if it stands the test of time when it does get released. Do you remember that mission we had to get the helicopters and the bloody... you were on like this building site and you had to collect these little barrels or these bombs and you had to fly them up this building site with this toy helicopter. Anyway, the mission was horrible. That's what I think about when I think about Grand Theft Auto 3. Anyway, so yeah, Rockstar have just announced that the remasters will be coming. We're not quite sure when. People are speculating sometime in November. And all they've said really is that it's just going to have updated controls and new graphics. Rockstar have said 3 iconic cities, 3 epic stories. Play the genre-defining classics of the original Grand Theft Auto trilogy, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Updated for a new generation, now with across-the-board enhancements including brilliant new lighting and environmental upgrades, high-resolution textures, increased draw distances, Grand Theft Auto 5-style controls and targeting, and much more, bringing these beloved worlds to life with all new levels of detail. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto is on the Switch finally, but it's not the Grand Theft Auto that I wanted. But the Grand Theft Auto games that are coming are some of the greatest games of all time, so, you know, can't complain. Grand Theft Auto on the Nintendo Switch, finally. Moving on to our next story, yes! Nintendo finally held an Animal Crossing Direct and gave us an update to what they're doing with the game. Because it's been a year from since they've done anything meaningful with this game. Everyone's bored of it. I mean, does anyone still play Animal Crossing? I bet people are still checking in every now and again, but does anyone really like to play the game? Is anyone sucked into the game? Is it still drawing people in? Absolutely not. It can't be. It can't be. But yes, Nintendo have finally satisfied us and they have given us a massive, massive piece of DLC content coming our way. And it's free. It's free. It's all free. Nintendo did also announce some additional paid DLC, and that's the one that's I think is going to suck me into the game. That will be what keeps me coming back over and over and over again. But there was so many things to see during this Direct. It was a bonanza, mate. It was a bonanza. It was a 20-minute Animal Crossing bloody phone. Susan, turn your phone off! How many times do I have to tell you to turn your phone off when we're in the studio? Mashing up my things, man. Mashing up my segment. Let's have a quick rundown of what Nintendo announced, or just the things that excite me. I mean, check it out online if you want. If you've probably already seen it, to be honest, because it was last week. Okay, so Nintendo announced that we will be getting some returning and upgraded special characters. The characters that often frequent the plaza will now get their own island, and you can go and see them whenever you want, which is great because, you know what, to be honest, there's still some people that I've not even bumped into. I've never seen Red. I don't know where the hell she is. Well, she's on the bloody boat at the back of the island, but do you know what I mean? I rarely bump into Kicks. Well, I'm rarely bumping into the characters because I never played the game. However, when I was playing it, I couldn't stumble across any of these characters, and it was doing my head in. So yeah, you can take a visit to Harvey's Island, where you can encounter a whole cast of Animal Crossing characters, so that will be pretty fun. I'll be checking out Harvey's Island a lot more because they don't really go there for that photo mode, to be honest. Does anybody else? I mean, you've got the return of Tortimer, Katrina. Katrina? I've never even seen Katrina, man. I've never got my fortune read in Animal Crossing because I can't bump into her. I don't know how to find her. I'm really glad that they've got an island where you can visit these characters.
Eventually, familiar island visitors like Sahara and Kix will set up shop here.
Fantastic. Brilliant. The gyroids are back!
Gyroids make rather interesting sounds. Experiment with different gyroid combinations, or use them with music to bask in fresh harmonies.
Yeah! I've not seen a gyro from since the GameCube. I don't know if gyroids were in any other Animal Crossing after the GameCube. They probably were, to be honest, but my memory's not really serving me too well right now. But yeah, gyroids are back, and you can customize them.
Gyroids can be customized to match a room's atmosphere.
Oh, they also announced, well, I didn't know you could actually do this, but supposedly you can go through that Animal Crossing now, pumpkins, but now it looks like Nintendo have expanded the cooking range, and you can grow things like corn, carrots, tomatoes, wheat, and then you can use the bloody vegetables that you've grown to craft food and then put it on the table. Sick! That's like Cooking Mama, but just really easy.
Why not make a delicious meal from your bountiful harvest? Looks tasty.
Nintendo also announced a lot of quality of life improvements for this game. Now, the number one thing that had me clapping through the Direct is the outside storage shed. Do you know how tedious it is trekking from one side of the island to the other to your house just to go and store things in the bloody wardrobe? I don't understand why they never had an outside storage shed in the first place. Oh, bloody house exteriors. Oh my god, you can change the outside appearance of your house. Amazing. Because sometimes the villagers do move into my island and I'm like, that house looks better than mine. I want that aesthetic. It's just not accessible. Now it is, so the customization galore. How many bells is that going to cost me?
The home services offered by Tom Nook have been upgraded. More exterior options are available. You can modify your home's exterior to match your island's landscape.
I need to get back into Animal Crossing. I need to start saving now. I've got bills to pay. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that DLC. I think it's going to suck me in. If that doesn't suck me in, I tell you what will suck me in.
Happy Home Paradise.
Oh my days! And that's going to be launching on November the 5th for $22.99 or $24.99. I think it's $22.99, is it? £22.49. £22.49. Yeah, just customization galore. This is one of the best things about Animal Crossing, decorating your home. This extra piece of DLC is a bit of me. It definitely is. So yes, Nintendo announced that also they will be releasing some paid DLC for Animal Crossing, which is just like a kind of follow-up sequel to the 3DS Happy Home Designer, which is where you just literally decorated homes. Oh my god, you could reshape the house shapes. Oh my god, it looks insane. You can add, so you can, instead of just, oh my god, I can't just speak, I'm so excited. Instead of just planning your designs in a 4x4 square, you can actually change the dimensions of the animals' houses, so you can make the house longer or you can make the house wider and then customize it that way. And then you can put partitions in, so you can separate. Oh my days, it's sick. You can put partitions in the wall so that you can split like a room, and it's good. This is going to be very addictive. This DLC. You can unlock the design features and bring them onto your island. So my house is going to look banging. My house is going to look banging. Very excited about Animal Crossing anyway. Can't wait to get this update. November the 5th. Can't come soon enough. You're sucking me back in. Well done, Nintendo. Moving on to our next story, Nintendo Switch Online.
Expand it further with a Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack membership, which includes even more benefits.
Yes, Nintendo have finally announced the pricing structure for the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack. Yes, Nintendo are looking to add Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games to the Nintendo Switch Online offering. And a lot of people are unhappy with the price, and I don't understand why. Like, a lot of people are complaining. A lot of people are moaning about it. Like, it's all over the internet. Nintendo are getting trashed. There's memes and everything. I mean, it's got 40,000 dislikes on the YouTube page. It's £35 here in the UK. It's still cheaper than PlayStation Plus and Xbox One Game Pass. I don't understand why people are moaning. I mean, to be fair, in America, it's more than doubled. In America, it's $50. So, I mean, I can understand maybe why the Americans are a bit mad. I definitely won't be paying £50 for this Nintendo Switch Online service. It's not worth that much, I tell you. Unless Nintendo are doling out 4 games a month in the same way that bloody Xbox and Sony do, then £50 is a bit too much, to be honest. However, it's just for the year. £50 for the year to get N64 games, bloody Sega Genesis games, and Animal Crossing DLC. The Animal Crossing DLC is £25 anyway, so what are you moaning about?
Players who have the Animal Crossing New Horizons game can enjoy the paid DLC, Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise, at no additional cost.
I don't get it. I don't get why people are upset. Admittedly, if retro games aren't your thing, if you don't want to play any N64 classics, and maybe if you don't even play Animal Crossing, then yeah, it is a waste of time. But then don't buy it, don't upgrade. So shut up moaning about it. I'm sick of it, because personally, I'm bloody gassed that these games are coming out, and I will be upgrading my subscription because I want to play all these 64 games online. Operation Winback. I can't believe Operation Winback's on here. Over here! Now let's see what you get for your money. Let's see what you do get for your money. So Nintendo have announced that they will be releasing the online expansion pack on October the 25th in America and on October the 26th here in Europe. Let's have a reminder. We're going to get Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Yoshi's Story, Legend of Zelda, Operation Winback, Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario 64, Sin and Punishment. Further on down the line, we'll be getting Majora's Mask, Mario Golf, Pokemon Snap, F-Zero, Kirby 64, Paper Mario, Banjo-Kazooie. There's a lot there. Don't forget games are running in a higher resolution. They do support online play for up to 4 players or locally. So I really don't know why people are moaning. You've also got the Sega Genesis games, which to be fair, the Sega Genesis games, they are available on a lot of other systems, on a lot of other Mega Drive, Sega compilations. But you know, you've got Castlevania, Contra, Dr. Robotnik, Mean Bean Machine, Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Phantasy Star, Shining Force, Shinobi, Sonic the Hedgehog, Streets of Rage 2, Strider. There's a lot going on there for an extra £17. Do you know what I mean? I really don't understand why people are moaning. For £17 you get all those games, you get all of those games, online play, and the Animal Crossing DLC. Seriously, tell me people, what are you complaining about? Is this pricing too much? You couldn't have expected all that for an extra £5 or £10, really, could you? Could you? £17, an extra £17? What is it, like £3 a month? It's £3 a month, and people are moaning. I'd be more concerned about the fact that I'd like to complain about the fact that we don't have voice chat. You can't message your friends. Friend invites are nigh on impossible. I'd rather complain about that rather than the pricing of these additional games on this service. So I'm happy I'll be getting it. Oh! They also announced the bloody N64 controllers and the Sega Mega Drive controllers are available for pre-order, but sod's law, you can't even get the N64 pad, it's sold out straight away. People are online selling the N64 controllers for like £200, man. Thank you, scalpers. Thank you. Nintendo, you better release some more of these, because I tell you, I want at least one. But however, if you want to complain about the prices, I complain about this. How much are they now? They're $39.99, aren't they? I'm sure they're $39.99. Pads are $39.99. Absolutely fuming. It's out of order, because I can't afford 4 of them. I mean, I feel like you're taking the piss there. Could they have made them any cheaper? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I'm not quite sure. You definitely should be charging $39.99 for a Sega Mega Drive pad. Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? Really? Really? Oh, bro, the rest of this last segment, I just want to go home now. I've not even had a break today, man. And finally, for our last story, I don't know why we're covering it, but, you know, hey, Bill's making us do it. Well, to be honest, I actually found that quite interesting. I read the article and I thought, yes, it's the end of FIFA. FIFA is no more. I'm just sick of FIFA. I'm sick of it. I don't really care anyway, because Nintendo always get the Legacy Edition, so I really don't care about FIFA. However, I find this quite interesting. I find this piece of news quite interesting. FIFA is no more. So, reading an article on Eurogamer, it says EA trademarks EA Sports FC as it mulls ditching FIFA license. Now, you've not been mulling ditching the FIFA license. Basically, FIFA have told you that they want $1 billion for the license and you don't want to pay it. This is what's happening. Just to summarise, because we ain't got no time, we need to hurry up, and Metroid is calling me. Oh, God. It says future FIFA games may give up the rights to use the FIFA name, EA has said, in a blog posted ostensibly to trumpet the record-breaking launch of FIFA 22. EA also mentioned it was currently exploring the idea of renaming the franchise. This means we're reviewing our naming rights agreement with FIFA, EA Sports boss Cam Webber said, which is separate from all our other official partnerships and licenses across the football world. So yeah, FIFA 23 next year. What's it going to be called? The name sounds dead, to be honest. What are they going to call it? EA Football Club or something like that? EA Sports FC. That's what the new FIFA is going to be called supposedly next year. So that's what you'll be asking for when you go to the shop. Have you played EA Sports FC 23? It sounds dry, it sounds dry, it sounds like a fake FIFA. But all these bloody companies are changing their names now for football. Bloody Konami's renamed Pro Evolution Esports Football. What's going on? Can nobody afford licenses anymore? Anyway, speaking about affording licenses, it looks like the reason why EA have decided to go with this EA Sports Football Club new title is because FIFA are saying that basically they don't think that on the market. Why is Siri on? So yeah, reading an article in Game Industry Biz, it says FIFA wants EA to double payments for the next licensing deal. So it says the New York Times says Football Association is looking for $1 billion per World Cup cycle. $1 billion every 4 years. There's so much money to be made in football. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, reading the article, it says FIFA wants twice its current deal with EA Sports for the use of its professional football license and report fines. According to the New York Times, FIFA is seeking more than double what it currently receives from EA Sports. You greedy bastards, I thought EA were greedy. There's also a disagreement between the companies on what the new deal should cover. FIFA, for example, would like to keep EA's exclusivity on a smaller scale so it could pursue new opportunities for revenue, said the Times. EA Sports, however, argues that it should be able to explore other business ventures with the FIFA video game brand, such as NFTs. NFTs, I'm sick of hearing about them. Aren't they nearly going to crash now? I think people realise that NFTs aren't worth anything. So yeah, that was just literally, I just found it very interesting. EA basically can't afford the FIFA license anymore, and FIFA and EA are going to part ways. I mean, what are FIFA going to do about the well? I think, to be fair, FIFA still have access to the UEFA Champions League license and a few other licenses that I have no idea about. So it's not all doom and gloom for EA. It's not all doom and gloom for EA. But bloody, this should have happened ages ago. All them years when bloody Konami couldn't even get a look in for no licenses, and they had to have those fake names and fake clubs in the games. Why did FIFA not decide to, you know, share the license and love then? I don't know why I'm talking about FIFA, because Bill's making me do it. So I don't know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, that's the last story of the day, and I'm going to go and play Metroid now. Susan, can you get that guide for me? Can you get the Metroid guide for me? I've been backtracking for the last 10 hours, and I'm still stuck. Hello, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like my video today, don't forget to give me a like. If you really like the video, then just subscribe. Yeah, just subscribe. There's a little button there, you just push it. You get a little notification every time a video comes out. Boop, boop. Subscribe! Subscribe!